Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new, I guess. And anyway, today I'm going to be doing a brief review of Camila Cabello's new album, Romance. So I thought you guys would probably want me to review this. Again, I reviewed Taylor Swift's album. I've not really been doing as many album reviews. I'm sorry about that. I haven't been listening to a ton of new music. I have a long back catalog of things I should probably talk about someday or another. Right now, I'm a bit swamped with list season, so that will be coming soon. Also, my Star Wars marathon, which I will be making those videos soon. So, right now, I thought this was worth discussing. It's a pop album. I don't tend to review hip-hop albums or other albums. It's not that I don't like rap, I just don't listen to like albums as much, I guess, as much as I used to, unless it's like an artist I follow or like whatever. Now, Camila Cabello, so I was not really online when her first album dropped. I did like her first album. I was one of the only people who did like her album. I remember, one of the critics I watch, Air TV, liked her first album and actually did not like the second album. I was one of the only people who did like the first album. I am one of the few people who will stand by Camila. And this album, Romance, is about romance. Well, obviously. And I remember the first single, Shameless, which is playing right now. That song dropped. And I was actually quite impressed with it. It takes a much darker tone. I like the production. It's a very tense song. The build is really good, so I just thought that song was really great. And then Liar was the next song that was released. Obviously, Senorita, which is probably worth mentioning, this duet with Shawn Mendes. I actually really like the song. A lot of people don't like it. It's a bit clumsy in terms of writing, but I think to me it really encapsulates young love. I like the harmonies and I like the Spanish guitars. Really isn't much to say there. But Liar is the song which really caught my attention. I love the horns on this song. It's quite catchy pop song. And I definitely enjoy this one a good bit. This was a song I was really kind of excited when I heard it. I like the more upbeat songs. Kind of reminded me of a better version, yes, a better version of She Loves Control from her first album. Love that song. That song's fantastic. This is also a great song, and I like it a lot. Now, before I talk about some of the other singles, I'm going to dive into the album tracks here, because I did listen to this album, and actually the second track on the album is a single, Living Proof, which was not a song that I was crazy about at first, but it really grew on me. Now, the percussion on the pre-chorus here really reminds me of Rachel Platten, circa 2016. I don't know why. She had a song called Speechless. It's very loud kind of percussion, I guess. I used to be a fan of Rachel Platten. I have not listened to her more recent album, but Wildfire, that album, when I was younger. I actually really don't mind Camila's falsetto on this song. So I actually think this one has grown on me a good bit. It's decent. Right after that, we get Should Have Said It, which is perfectly fine. Doesn't really wow me in any way. Overall, the tone of this album is kind of shaky. The songs are kind of different from each other. There isn't really an overall tone or concept other than romance and love. Like, it feels a little bit disjointed, but I had the same problem with Taylor Swift's last album, Lover, so I will say that right now. But Should Have Said It is a alright song. The next one is My Oh My featuring DaBaby of all people. This collaboration did surprise me. Now, I do really enjoy the song. It's very sultry. It kind of gives me Havana vibes a little bit, and I like that a lot. And DaBaby is a little bit out of place, but you know, with having the rap feature and all that, it really does remind me of Havana mixed with some of her more sultry songs, even something like Sangria Wine. I really like this song. So the next song is obviously Senorita and then Liar, but after that we have Bad Kind of Butterflies. This might be one of my favorites on the album. This is a very tense song as well. I like her talking about how she has to confess something, has the bad kind of butterflies, and there's this Halsey song out right now called Graveyard, which has a similar kind of vibe to it, although it's not nearly as dark sounding. This song is quite dark and it really develops the intensity quite well. And I do really like it. It's really loud. It's not that long of a song, but what it is, it's fantastic. And then the album kind of loses me after this next song, which is Easy, which did grow on me a lot. This is quite a nice ballad. I really enjoyed this one. So, this was one of the singles. And this is a song which I really like the little songwriterly details in this song Easy here. I just think it's nice. And I really like the build. This is quite a nice ballad. Kind of reminds me of something like Something's Gotta Give off her first album, which was of course a fantastic song. And then we have Feel It Twice, which is where it kind of loses me a bit. This song is fine. I actually do really like the build on the pre-chorus. This kind of reminds me of Back to You by BB Rexa a little bit, melodically. I do think I prefer Camila's voice to BB's, just more unique in my opinion. But this is a quite nice little song, and then right after that we get Dream of You, which is, again, fine. Nothing really wrong with it, it's fine. I don't really mind the falsetto on the chorus. A lot of people wouldn't like that, but definitely getting Never Be the Same vibes from this song, so right away that's a no for anyone who didn't like Never Be the Same. I thought that song was fine, but a lot of people really didn't like that song. And, again, this is fine. Then we have Cry For Me, which I'm actually going to talk about in a minute. Then we have This Love, which is not a Maroon 5 or Taylor Swift cover. And I instantly thought of Taylor Swift when I saw the title. And when I heard the 50 style production, I instantly thought of Lover by Taylor Swift and then Ariana Grande's Yours Truly album. But then I realized that this song is very bitter. She actually swears in this song. It's quite a bitter, explicit song. And hearing the types of guitars on this and the bitter style, this actually really ended up reminding me of Demi Lovato, the Tell Me You Love Me album, some of the songs on that album with this style of guitar. And it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. Obviously, Camila isn't as good of a singer as Demi, but that is what it ended up reminding me of. And I did think it was a pretty decent song. And then we had Used to This, which again is fine. This song has some nice backing vocals, and I do definitely get some Ariana Grande vibes from this song with kind of the cooing. Obviously, again, not as vocally skilled here, but I still think it's okay, one of the weaker cuts. And then we get the closing song, First Man, which is actually quite a nice song here, and this is probably one of these standout tracks. What I love about this song, First Man, is that it really feels like a Taylor Swift piano ballad. Again, I love all the details. Camila Cabello is a big fan of Taylor Swift. This really reminds me of something like Daylight or New Year's Day. This is quite a nice piano ballad. And definitely taking inspiration from Taylor Swift's ballads here. Not just the way she's singing in the piano, but the melodic structure, the tone of her voice. Everything going on here reminds me so much of a Taylor Swift ballad. So this really is a second-rate Taylor Swift ballad, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. But, so overall, I think this album is pretty fantastic, and some of the standout tracks here are the singles, but also Bad Kind of Butterflies, My Oh My, and First Man. But I have glossed over one track that I really want to talk about, Cry For Me. This was a single, and boy is this song good. This is a nice guitar kick. It kind of reminded me of a slower tempo version of Bad Idea by Ariana Grande, which is a song I love now. But this is a lot more of a bitter song. Basically, I like the sentiment of the song. She's saying, why won't you cry for me? She's mad that he has moved on, and she knows it's wrong that she knows it's wrong that she's bitter. She knows it's wrong that she wants him to cry for her. But she doesn't care. And it kind of, tonally in that sense, kind of reminds me of Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored. But, this is not a hookup song, this is a breakup song, and it's bitter. And the groove, the guitar lick and the groove and the chorus, Camila really, really sells this song. And towards the end here, we get some really slick guitar. Again. And I really like what she's doing with her voice here. I do think this would have worked really well as like a Santana song. I said it. If they'd done a little more with it. But this is still a great song. This song has a great climax and a great build. This isn't fun and loose like Liar. This is tight and controlled, but also bitter. I love this song. It's fantastic. It's my favorite on the album. So, anyway, I think I went through all the songs there, and honestly, for overall, this is an improvement over the first album. She's definitely doing more with it. The first album kind of spare production. This certainly has more. There's kind of something for everybody on here, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So there's that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.